Hey folks, I'm David, and today I'm going to talk about getting back into practical shooting after about a 10-year break. Goals overall are pretty straightforward. One is to become a better shooter, and the second goal specific to competitions is to reach USPSA Master or Grandmaster ranking. Pistol I'm using is a Staccato C2. This is the compact size 2011 from Staccato. As far as the gun itself, I haven't done a ton of crazy modifications to it. So the gun itself is still stock from the factory, but I did add a Streamlight TLR7 Alpha light to the bottom. I've got a Trijicon SRO with a 2 minute of angle dot, and then I added an RSTR magwell. Since I'm going to be shooting limited optics, I figured why not. And then I did add a one of these bands from Saab Tactical just to disengage the grip safety. Beyond the gun itself, the holster I'm using is from Safariland. This is one of their ALS holsters. I like retention just because I'm carrying this in the field, usually when I have a pack on or a harness, and I just don't want the gun to drop on me. This one is made for the Staccato P with a 4.4 inch barrel. So I did add a few little components to make the C2 fit better. The first of those is the OT Defense multi-muzzle plug. So that just raises the standard Safariland plug from where it is, or it replaces it rather, with one that is taller, so the end of my compact barrel rests against that versus just floating in space. The size of this one is 0.950 inches, and that seems to give me a good solid fit with the C2. I also added a Ghostman Designs portal opening, and I ordered these off the OT Defense website. But this just allows dirt and debris to fall out, but also gives some rigidity to the bottom versus just pulling the plug that comes with it and leaving it loose. I also added the OT Defense ALS nub. It gives you a little more real estate to get your thumb on there for deactivating the lock or the retention device. And then I added the Blade Tech mount. So this allows me to adjust the cant and then take the holster on and off of my competition belt. So there's the hanger there. This guy just slots right in. And then if you want to mess with your cant, you just push in. You can cant it rearward, forward, or vertical. I prefer a vertical drop. I don't love how the Safariland hangers have that forward cant angle to it, so I replaced this and I really like it. The belt itself, this is a double alpha competition belt. I got it from the Ben Steger Pro Shop. Magazine pouches are from Tenacor. These are the Faro 2s. I had them already, so I figured I'd just use them instead of buying new mag holsters specific for competition. I did have to add a rubber gasket, I guess, between the pouch and the belt clip, just to give it a little more of a gap, because these double alpha belts are pretty thick. But it is working well. I'm also using a Kestrel KST 1000. This is for both live and dry fire training. Really like it, and I think one of the best features is the loop, where you can program in, a loop that lasts like 10 seconds before it restarts. At least that's what I'm using right now. And then I have par times programmed in there depending on the drill I'm running. You can also put in some presets if you're shooting a lot of the same drills over and over again. But yeah, it works well. It's rugged, and I don't feel as though it's going to break if I drop it. For dry fire training, I've got these 1/3 and 1/6 size little cardboard cutouts. And then I've added a couple dots just for references in the A zone to help with target tracking, target focused shooting. And that's been a big help, so I'll use these for dry fire. I also have a dry fire setup outside that I can just walk to and shoot the drills for the day. When it comes to target focused shooting, something that's been helpful for me as well is occluding the optic, because a lot of times when I think I'm target focused, I'm actually dot focused, which is not what I'm going for. When it comes to training plans, this is the book I picked up. It's Practical Shooting Training. It's by Ben Steger and Joel Park. It's a great book. It has 4 different levels that you can train at, and since I've had such a long layoff, I just started at level 1. And I think the goal there is to shoot a USPSA competition without any penalties or misses, or like disqualifications for safety violation. So I'm working my way through that phase right now, both dry and live fire. I'm doing about 4 dry fire sessions a week, Those might be 15 to 20 minutes, and then one day on the range, and that's about an hour, maybe a little bit more. And something else that's been helpful is I just picked up a little notebook, and this is where I log all my dry fire and live fire training sessions, along with any notes about what I'm noticing that I'm doing well or poorly. And I like it. I think that book is going to be worth its weight, especially as I progress through, the different skill levels, and hopefully that can take me pretty far. So for like $25, I think it's a steal. I am enjoying the process. We'll see where it leads, but yeah, we'll have to film another update maybe in a month or so.